Chiropractor Brian Carrico spent 3 days lost in the San Jacinto Mountains.
Well, I've been up there many times before, at least five or six times, and it's really like a 4-hour ski run. You get on the tram, you go up, and that day it was about a foot of fresh powder, and it was a beautiful day, and there were a lot of families up there sledding.
Right.
But it was blowing pretty good, and it was snowing, and it started really blowing and really snowing when I started heading back. But normally I just, I follow my tracks. If you ever, that's how you know where you're going. But unfortunately, the snow blew over my tracks, so I thought, okay, I can make this. It was only like 4:15, and tram was open until 8, like 8:45. So I went to call the ranger station, and I had no cell coverage, as much as I could. Then I ran across some ski tracks. So I thought, okay, I'll follow these back. And I followed those and followed those and followed those until it came completely dark. And the first night was the worst because, I was a little scared, and it was cold, and the wind was howling, and it was, every once in a while the wind would blow and the snow would just whoosh, right in my, whatever part of my face, the inch or half an inch that wasn't covered. Made it through the first night, and I was really encouraged when it got light, when the wind stopped blowing, and that first morning, I pulled myself out of the snow cave, and I was really stiff, and just moving around was tough. Just getting upright and standing, but I didn't know where I was. Well, I did because my skis were covered. I didn't have snowshoes, didn't have any skis. So try hiking in 2.5 feet of powder. You're just trudging. So I waited until 3:15. I put a big SOS in the snow with my boots. And then finally 3:15, I was like, Lord, what am I going to do? They're not coming. But I just, when you have 1 ounce of hope, it gives you super strength, and you just keep going on. So I just hiked in the direction I thought I knew where I was going. And trudging, and I thought if I can just get to that tram by 8:45, at least I can get my car. But I hiked until dark, and I just had to make another snow cave. That last day, though, I was so exhausted. I would take 1 step and take 5 deep breaths, then take another step and take 5 deep breaths. So I made 2 big X's in the snow with my boots, and then they came closer and closer and closer, and finally they came right over me, and I was laying down, and I just started waving like frantically, and I just kept waving and waving. And then I got to my feet and I started waving. I was I was kind of encouraged because I thought they saw me. But I wouldn't quit waving because I didn't know. And finally I hear, "We see you. Search and rescue will be there in 45 minutes. So then I knew I was okay, and I just laid down. But my skis are still up there. And the guys from China Lake said they'll get them for me. But if they don't get them, I plan on getting them. Maybe this. We're actually going to Palm Springs for Easter, so I don't think I'll be going up the tram. I'm going to hang with the grandkids.